Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and we've had another crazy day today with Bitcoin and with crypto. As you can see here, we are down 3.5% in about a day, but just looking at the number doesn't tell the whole story. And there's something very interesting going on with the markets right now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring you that information. So we're going to go ahead and look directly at the culprit, I think, here, and that is the Bitcoin aggregated funding rate. Okay, I've talked about this quite a bit over the last couple of days, but the simple fact is, right now, it seems like traders are controlling the trajectory of Bitcoin. All right, so this aggregated funding rate chart is showing us right now that in perpetual contracts, that the number of longs are incredibly strong. They're incredibly dominant. And in fact, they're so strong, they're paying such a massive funding rate right now that it goes all the way back to about the 14th of January, where you find that level of expense being paid by these longs to maintain their position. So what this translates into is bullishness, is bullish momentum for Bitcoin. If we zoom out, actually, even go past that point, I'm going to go here to the 1 day, since we're on the hourly here. We can see that this has traditionally correlated with higher prices, higher spot prices with Bitcoin. But if we look at the last couple of days, we can see that there's been an absolutely massive spike in this funding rate. This funding rate has gone up dramatically. And if we take a look at what happened here on today, we can see that we had another time here in the 7th of January in which we had a similarly high spike for the funding rate. And then we have to go all the way back here to about November of 2021, right at the tip of this bull market up here, to see that level of bullishness again. So what's going on here right now is that Bitcoin is being led around by the derivatives market, and this does tend to push spot prices as well. So the actual spot prices, because with these derivatives, with these futures contracts and these perpetual contracts, they don't actually trade Bitcoin. No Bitcoin changes hands whatsoever. But I use it as sort of a barometer for the buying interest or the strength of longs for the spot market. So what I've seen lately is that it's been driving it. It's been a very powerful predictive tool lately, and that when you see one of these massive spikes up here for these funding rates, you tend to see a big move either upwards or downwards in the Bitcoin price. And lately it's been upwards. So these traders have been controlling the Bitcoin price. They have been doing what they call buying the dip and then selling the rip. Because what's happening here is that you have huge volume coming in when Bitcoin is low like this. Then you get momentum buyers come in just like we had on Wednesday. And then you get this massive kind of candle coming in today in which you have the price pushed all the way out here above 25K, and then it is completely annihilated. It's brought back down again. The sellers sell out hard here and push the price all the way back down again. So what you're seeing here is kind of a cycle of these dip buyers coming in down here like this, buying it and then selling it as soon as it gets to the top here, and then pushing the price even lower. So what you're getting is this cycle, and these traders are coming in and they're manipulating the Bitcoin price right now. They're buying the dips and they're selling the rips. That is the reason why we get a day like today in which you have a volume of 3.4 K, so 3,400 Bitcoin trading hands in a single day, in the largest volume day that we've seen since the 18th of January. So these guys come in and they buy down here and they sell up here. And we can see, judging by today, and this especially, this candle right here, this candle can almost be seen as a sort of reversal candle right here, because the price went all the way up here and then it was sold out, and it was sold hard into this heavy resistance here, because I've put up multiple times this massive resistance level right up here. let me put it back up here for you guys. This is the huge resistance level, the major resistance point that I have outlined before. And right now, that $25,000 resistance point is still the biggest issue right now with Bitcoin and retaining bullish momentum. You absolutely have to push above this level, and then you need to break out higher and confirm the breakout. And if they don't confirm the breakout, then we're going back down here and we're retesting the lows here at 21,600. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I am looking for a bullish breakout at this point, and we have not seen it. It tried to do it today. It got sold out hard, and so far it may have actually printed this reversal candle right here, which is something very similar to what we saw back on the 2nd of February, which it tried to push above this 24,000 level, and then it was soundly rejected, and then the price went down for a little bit, and then it popped back up again. So we might actually wind up seeing a very similar situation play out here, in which you have the candle printed, and then it pulls back down, and then it bounces back up over here in this area, and then it pushes back, and it finally breaks above that $25,000 resistance point. Now, if that doesn't happen, and it can no longer push above this resistance point at 25K, we are coming back down here to 21,000, and it's very possible that we are also coming back down here to this level here of 19,700, which is the 200-day moving average. I do think that's a possibility. I don't think that's probably the most likely possibility. We're probably going to come down here and test the support here first at 21,000 first, and then if that support level can't hold, then we're going down to 200, the 200-day moving average. So that's how Bitcoin's playing out right now. That's how I expect things are going to play out. You're probably going to get a little bit more sideways action. It'll probably come down a little bit more and consolidate. However, if it can no longer go above this 25K level, then you're coming down here at 21.6 and you're retesting this support. Now, I also want to go ahead and talk about the exchange reserve. So the exchange reserve is the amount of Bitcoin that's on the exchanges right now. And one thing we're seeing right now is with the price going up all the way up here to almost 25,000, we're seeing a huge spike in the reserve, the exchange reserve right now for Bitcoin, telling me that there is a lot of selling going on right now. People are taking profits at 25K, and all this Bitcoin is winding up back on the exchanges. So this is a level that we haven't seen since, we zoom out here a little bit. This is a level we haven't seen since the 16th of January, probably like the 15th of January or so. If we zoom out just a little bit, we can see here that it's actually at the highest point we've seen since the 15th of January. So there are a lot more coins flowing into the exchange right now as people are locking in profits. Now, if we take a look at the Quell multiple, I haven't talked about Bitcoin mining recently, but there's a lot of really fantastic information going on right now with the Bitcoin mining. So with Quell multiple, again, this is kind of, think of like a profitability indicator for your miners. So whenever it's out of this green zone here, that means miners are being more profitable. So what we're looking at right now is that it's actually at a pretty high level right here. So it's at about 0.97. So it's well above this green zone right now. So miners right now aren't in any sort of stress. They're in a better place than they've been since about April 20th of last year. So they're in that same kind of window of profitability, and it's moved highly above the June lows here, July, October, November, December. It's gone up all the way back up here to April levels. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the hash rate. So again, the idea here with the hash rate is it's the total computing power of the Bitcoin blockchain. And I use this as kind of like a substitute for demand. So as the demand for Bitcoin goes up, the hash rate is also going to go up, okay? And what we've seen with this is a massive increase in the hash rate over the last couple of days. And right now it's at new all-time highs. There has never been a time in Bitcoin's history in which the hash rate has been higher. I mean, just look at this. Massive, massive increase right now. And so what that's telling me right now is that miners are in profit, miners are not capitulating, and miners are not selling as much. They're not under as immediate selling pressure as we've seen in the past. And you can see it in this data. When you see these huge falls here, these huge dips, those are miners being taken offline probably because they're not efficient and they're costing the company money, or the individual money, instead of being profitable. So they're taking them offline completely. All right. Next, I want to go ahead and talk about Ethereum. So we're going to talk about our Ethereum chart TA. Ethereum tried to push above this level of 1700, just like with Bitcoin. It printed this kind of reversal candle right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down and retests this 1566 level. Now, if that level can't hold, what you're looking at here is that 1500 level that it was at just a couple of days ago. It's kind of wild to think about the fact that it was at 1500 and now it went all the way up to about 1750 in the span of just a couple of days. But that just goes to show you how incredibly volatile Ethereum is. Ethereum can run like no one's business, 10, 15, 20% in a single day, and no one even bats an eye. So Ethereum right now is showing that the momentum is fading a bit, but I would expect that for Ethereum, we're going to get some sideways chop, and it may even come down here and retest at 1567. But if it holds this 1567 level, or if it never goes down to this level, I would bet that it's probably going to come up here and try to retest resistance here at 1700. That seems like a strong possibility. Next, we're going to go to Binance Coin. And Binance Coin, unlike Bitcoin, unlike Ethereum, has been lagging. Okay, it's been lagging past both of those two in daily moves. So today's move for Binance Coin, again, a very similar looking candle. However, it didn't even come up here to the top and try to even test resistance at 333. That shows some serious weakness right now with Binance. It's still being affected by those BUSD, by that BUSD settlement that the SEC has brought up against Paxos. That FUD is still in the Binance space right now, and it's probably depressing the price. So with your Binance Coin, it's probably going to stay within this trading range. It seems to like this trading range. It's been here since the 12th of January, in between about 282 and here at about 333. So as far as I'm concerned, it's probably going to stay within this range, and it's probably going to chop sideways for a little bit at least. All right. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys like this content, if there's any other indicators you'd like to see, or what your guys' feelings on the market are, and I'll try to get you guys the most up-to-date information that I can. Follow me on Twitter for that. Also would appreciate if you guys could smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps me understand what you guys want to see and shows me that you guys like the information that I'm putting out. Or if there's something else you want me to do, or a different chart that you want me to look at, I'd be more than happy to. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.